Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello!
Yes, and stuff this week.
Nintendo Direct happened.
The Nintendo Direct happened, which we'll get to last, because we
want to end on a good note.
I want to end on a good note. To be fair, there's a lot more good this week than bad.
There's a fair decent amount of good, so that's good.
I think really... It's Ubisoft, which is the bad, which doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah, for people for the people who are going to start getting tired of people, just stop bashing on Ubisoft. Well, if they stopped throwing really slow balls at us.
Well, yeah, stop. But it's gotten that bad for Ubisoft. Even their employees are bashing on Ubisoft now. Yes. This is how stupid it's getting with their NFTs. The fact that they're actually trying to give the employees NFTs. Really shows, like, yeah, it's not working for you, is it? It's really not. And the fact that they're trying to give it to them, and the employees are like, no, nah, you're all right there, mate.
I want an actual.
I'll have I'd rather have something that's
the bullshit, the usual bullshit companies pull when it's like, we've had a really good year, so the CEO's going to get a $10,000 paycheck. For just sitting on his ass, and you're all gonna get your bonus is all going to be a fucking coupon,
or you're getting fired.
If you're at Activision Blizzard.
Oh no, Ubisoft do it as well.
Oh, Ubisoft.
It's not as prevalent as Activision.
It's not as obvious.
Ubisoft don't do the whole we've made more money than we've ever made in our entire lifetime. Everybody get out the door.
everyone with a name beginning with S, please leave and pick up your stuff. You are now fired.
Yeah. Also, if your name starts with M, A, you all also are fired. But anyway, Ubisoft employees are still telling their bosses that the NFTs suck. To be fair, this is I do believe this is a national pastime in France of employees telling their bosses that they all suck.
I mean, the French people are still very proud.
They're very good at protesting.
And also they are very proud of the fact that they literally kicked out a king and executed him. They like showing that off a lot of time, especially on Bastille Day.
So they're very good at it.
Which makes it all the more surprising that a French company is the ones that are literally being dickheads to their employees. But then again, it's Ubisoft and he's Guillemot.
And it's the games industry.
Yeah, and it's the game industry as a whole. Just like, how much more of a laughing stock do you want to be? I mean, first things first. I'm pretty sure. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a more pressing, vital, and substantially damaging issue that's happening in Ubisoft that they really should be doing.
Oh, you want about the abusers? And
yes! I could have sworn that was still that hadn't been dealt with to the satisfaction of the staff.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was still going on.
Yeah.
But apparently no, apparently everything's fine.
According to Yves Guillemot,
everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything is sunshine and rainbows.
I mean, Yves Guillemot must be doing the epitome of la 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 la, I can't see you or see you, therefore it is not happening.
I reckon he's got one of those. One of those
the three monkeys
beds.
Yeah.
That where it's like you've got water in it and you lie in it and it just like it cancels all sound.
Yeah.
It's like pitch black. You can't see.
It's a void. Basically, it's a
he's
void.
got one of those and he just like lies in there at all times.
While outside of it, there's just a fucking masses of fucking banging on things and like, I wouldn't be surprised. He seems so far detached from reality.
So basically, there was an announcement, an internal announcement from Ubisoft about them giving the NFTs to staff.
First things first. Who in this day and age thought this sort of announcement
wasn't
going to end up getting leaked?
To which the staff were not happy, and the announcement was reportedly inundated by hundreds of negative comments. With one reaction being a very deeply embarrassing day to work for the French video game conglomerate.
Yeah, this is on their internal, their own internal message board. Like, the message board on the announcement on their internal messaging site was filled with staff saying, "This is shit. This is bullshit." I think there was one that said, "Aren't we supposed to be focusing on making great games?"
Yeah.
Isn't that how we're supposed to make money?
There's one here, because there's a few little comments here. There's one, are we competing with EA for the most hated game studio by the public title?
I think so. It's beginning to look like that.
Because this is how you do it. There's another one. I think the kids call this entire comment section being ratioed. Seriously, our confidence in management was already shaken by the heading of the harassment cases, and now this. You know what else makes a lot of money? Making fun of spectacularly groundbreaking blockbusters. Why don't we focus on that instead?
Yeah, but that would cost money. That would actually cost more money. They would have to put effort into it, and they don't want to. You see, the people in charge of Ubisoft don't want to put effort into it. They just want the underlings to put the effort in of cranking out the Assassin's Creed clones. The giant open world collector fonts. That's all Ubisoft want now. Like they are literally derived of all sort of originality and ideas. They are literally imaginary dry. They have no imagination. Anything
original just ends up sucking. I mean, the most original thing they've come out with is that Immortals.
I get no.
Age of Phoenix, but that's just your bare bones.
Yeah, no, but it's still an Ubisoft collector font.
Yeah.
It's still a Ubisoft open world collector font. They're all Ubisoft open world collector fonts.
Well, apart from Rainbow Six Extraction. But the less said about that, probably the better.
Yeah, probably.
So, Ubisoft did have a comment about this. Ubisoft leadership is understandably displeased with these comments being shared with the public. Ubisoft's Strategic Innovation Lab has received a lot of feedback, and we take the encouragement as well as the concerns to heart.
Okay, so first things first. Do you know what? The only people that will be encouraging and happy about this development will be the people who have basically got their noses so far up the management's ass that they know what the management had for breakfast. The people who actually go to your company and work and want to make video games are not happy about this, because they, unlike yous, understand the whole problem with NFTs. And the fact that, there is no benefit to games. No one has come up with a benefit to games yet.
Well, here we go. Speaking of benefits. So, the quote goes on. How players can benefit is always will be at the core of our thinking. At Ubisoft, we value these internal exchanges and think they help make our games and our company stronger. However, sharing confidential information, including from internal forums, is a violation of an employment agreement, and more importantly, a violation of the trust that team members place in each other.
Okay, so, first things first. Ubisoft has no moral ground to stand on here.
Why would they?
Break of trust? What's the thing of trust? What was the thing?
In violation of
trust. Violation of trust. You willingly and openly allowed abuse to happen in your company. I'm sorry. Leaking out bullshit company announcements that are clearly bullshit and are unhappy with the staff is a pale comparison to the failure of trust that you fuckers have done.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, you have nothing to stand on. You have literally nothing because you've done nothing.
Yeah, it's like they've gone, oh, it's perfectly fine. We know we've abused you and all that sort of stuff, but we're good, right?
Yeah.
We're good? It's just that guy who's just with the fist.
The Federation of the Metropolitan Police has said they've got no confidence in the Mayor of London because he got rid of...
the Commissioner.
The Commissioner. Like, oh yeah, because that's the big problem. The fact that...
Yeah, the Mayor of London called out the Commissioner. That's clearly what the problem is here.
Not the amount of absolutely horrifying reports that have come out recently about what's happening in the Metropolitan Police. I'm sure the most important thing was having that person in charge stay there.
It's like, it is literally like that guy who's just like, yeah, I know I've done all this really terrible shit and all that stuff, but we're good, right? And he's just got his fist out, just waiting for somebody to fist bump him. He's like, yeah,
Look, I dropped the ball. Because of that, an awful lot of people got hurt and, potentially financially irrevocably damaged. May never work in the industry again, emotional trauma and all that sort of stuff. I know on my watch all that's happened, but we're fine.
We're good, right? We're good, totally
right?
good.
Have a hug. We can hug.
We
can hug it out, can't we? We can have a hug.
No, Ubisoft. No, we can't.
No, we can't. No, there is no hugging this out.
I do like that.
There needs to be structural change in your management from the very fucking top.
I do like that representative who's been like, yes, it's a violation of trust with our team members. I think you guys broke that first.
You must be new here.
I'm pretty sure you broke that first.
You must be new here. That's the only excuse I would accept for someone coming out with such an absolute insane, read the room. Your staff are that pissed off that they are openly criticising your company's decisions in their own names. They're not hiding it anymore. They're not just scared of being blacklisted. They don't give a fuck anymore. How can you not read the room? How can you not read the room and come out with this corporate pre-written bullshit?
Well, because it's the games industry.
I know it is, but
everybody in
it's seriously, is there no one in the hierarchy of Ubisoft that has a brain cell that functions?
No, you see, this is why they need to hire us. Right, they need to
we again offer our services.
Because we can be like, you know what? Maybe don't do that.
We will sit in the boardroom. You can pay us for half of what Yves Guillemot, a quarter of what Yves Guillemot, total combined. You can pay us that money, right? And we will sit in the boardroom.
And our sole job is just to say, maybe we don't do
and when you come out with bullshit let's put NFTs in our game, we can go, no, that's terrible, and this is why.
Yeah, that's all our job will be.
We're going to have Division 2 say people had guns, that the people who survived the fall of American society were the ones who had guns. And we can then, when that is announced, we in the boardroom we can stand up and go, okay, fine, but that's a political statement. But no matter what you want to twist that at, that is a pro-gun statement. If you want to stand by that, perfectly fine. But there are political repercussions about saying the people in America, for a collapsing state, the only people who really survived were the ones who had guns. I don't know what more pro-gun you could get.
Yeah, which is a bit weird statement, because if you actually play the Division 2, that's actually 100% false.
Yeah.
They weren't the only ones who survived.
I know.
There's tons of people who don't have guns.
Yeah, but also, most people who have guns are usually assholes.
Yeah.
Get your messaging right, please.
Anyway,
did you have a gun? I remember seeing that and going,
wow.
Wow.
I did not.
You're being close to the bone here.
Yeah,
you did. Also, if you're setting your game in Washington DC, it doesn't matter what you do. Your game is going to be political. I mean, hell, the President of the United States in the story, spoilers, betrays the division.
Yeah. It turns out he's actually... I can't even remember the name of the fucking group. Black, what's its face?
Yeah. Yeah, he sells you out to them.
Yeah.
Having the President of the United States as an enemy, as your enemy, is not a political statement. Clearly not.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Bashing Ubisoft can wait.
And so we're actually going to talk about technically Activision, in a sense, but we're going to talk about it in a good way.
In a sense,
because they've done something that I didn't think any of the studios that worked for Activision were allowed to do.
Apologise.
They apologised and admitted they fucked up.
I know.
I'm
glad I'm sitting down because...
So the developers of Warzone, basically in sort of like every year they do this thing with content creators.
Yeah.
Where they talk about what's coming up and what's happening and all that sort of stuff with their online stuff.
Yeah.
This year's they came out and basically said, yeah, we fucked up with the Pacific update for Warzone. And if anybody has been playing Warzone lately,
you exactly know
you
why.
know exactly what they're talking about, because that game is broken as fuck. My God, I went on it the other day because my friends wanted to play.
Yeah.
So I went on it the other day and holy shit, just like what the bollocks is going. It's gotten worse than the last time I was on. It was just like, yeah, there's got to be something wrong with the servers or something, because it was just choppy.
Yeah,
like
because I've read the article and basically first things first, they openly said, yeah, we kind of fucked things up. We've kind of broken things. We do apologise. And part of the problem is that Warzone was originally only going to be for Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
there was no intention to keep it going. There was basically just, yeah, this is Modern Warfare, like Battle Royale, and when it's done, it's done. We'll keep it up, but like there's got to be no more content, sort of thing. But it was so successful and such a moneymaker for Activision.
Well, Bobby Kotick, let's be honest, Bobby Kotick.
It was like, well, we're going to continue doing it by threw everyone into the Call of Duty mines. And so the game's gotten really bloated. If you think about it, like.
Yeah, if you look at the actual size, it's the actual size of the save on the PlayStation. I think it's bigger than Destiny.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Destiny's is like
part of the problem.
Close to 90 gigabytes.
The thing is also is if you look at the amount of content in it, it's like clearly they do not compress data on their games. Clearly they don't, because there's no way in fucking hell Call of Duty has more gameplay in it than Final Fantasy 14. And Final Fantasy 14 does not take up that much space.
No. Well,
it doesn't. I don't think it takes up
no,
as much.
It doesn't. I think it's like I think it's now 64 gigabytes now. But you got to remember that's 10 years.
Yeah,
that's a 10-year game. Now.
10 years game, and Call of Duty on launch was more than that.
Yeah,
like 360 gigabytes or something stupid like that. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ! It was bloated to start with, and now with with 2 games worth of fucking content added, it's clearly like the game engine can't handle all the fucking information. Hence the reason why there's stuff like artifacting.
It got so bad the other day. Just to get back to this for 2 seconds. Right, I was firing my gun.
Yeah.
Right, and then I was walking past the bullets. I could actually, you could see the bullets and the trajectory, like the bullet line that happens. And I was just walking past.
Matrix.
Yeah.
You were literally matrixing.
I mean, granted, I'm not gonna lie, I was having fun with it, but not the way I'm supposed to have fun.
No,
with
not the way intended. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, and with what they've said, it's like, yeah, if you look at Warzone the way it is, it's like, yeah, this clearly is a game mode that has had more put into it than they actually planned to do, and it's clearly. And then when you get to that point, when you get to the point of like, okay, so we're going to support this a lot longer than we thought to do, we're going to have to do some things to it, and I don't think they actually did.
No, I think they just added more.
They just kept adding, and then obviously the game engine's creaking because it's an old game engine, and obviously they're working for like the older console network. Oh, it's the last generation,
and it's the same Warzone that came out with Modern Warfare.
Yeah, so it's 2 years old.
It's not, like you said, it's not like Fortnite where they're constantly doing work on it. They clearly haven't. They've just been adding like more. Cosmetic stuff.
The thing is, if you look at like Fortnite, compare Fortnite to Warzone. Fortnite, yes, they probably didn't intend it to be a success as like long lasting as it has, but I'm not sure the first like load of content was added as quickly as Call of Duty. Like they clearly saw how popular Epic clearly saw how popular Fortnite had gone, and decided, okay, we're gonna run with this, and so they did stuff in the background to make the game more supportive for a longer lifespan than they originally intended. And so obviously the first load of like content was a slower pace than it is now. At least if I'm remembering correctly. People who play Fortnite will probably correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, but clearly, like you've said, the work to make Warzone more like robust for future ongoing content was not done. And to be honest, are we surprised considering this is Activision Blizzard? Not really. I mean, hell, Activision Blizzard are like EA in the sense that they sell you a game for a year and expect you to spend more money throughout the entire year for stuff that will no longer be valid at the end of that year.
Yeah, when the new game
comes out.
Yeah, it's why Vanguard sucks, basically. it's why all their games suck. As well as EA with FIFA and all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, buy our game, but then spend more money on it, and then at the end of it, buy the new one.
All that money you spent on Ultimate Team is the biggest scam going. It's like all that money you spent on Ultimate Team after a year is worth fuck all. And these are the companies that want you to get involved in NFTs. I'm just not that I don't trust them, but there is a pattern here.
So in the meeting, they basically, where is it? There we go. Pat Kelly, who is Infinity Ward's head, he stated that Warzone was originally only envisioned as part of 2019's Modern Warfare reboot, but when the free-to-play Battle Royale exploded in popularity, it was decided the future COD titles would be incorporated and the game would continue to be updated and expanded. Kelly also said that this decision led to significant development challenges and eventually led to the current state Warzone is in. Which, yeah, is everything that we just said. It's not surprising that happened.
You can't, I'm not the most, I'm not a games developer, but I'm pretty sure you can't just constantly keep adding stuff to the same game.
No, you can't. You can't keep doing that because what basically happens is the game becomes more bloated and bloated and bloated,
and then the game engine can't run.
But also the problem is every time you add something, there's always the risk of bugs, right? But the more you add,
the more bugs.
It's not that. The more you add, the more bugs can hide.
Yeah.
So your playtesters and that, there's a chance that you could have a really bad bug, but because your game is so big and with so much stuff in it,
someone misses it. People
will miss it, and then when it goes out, it ends up like it was the other day, where the frame rate was just so bad I was able to walk past my firing bullets. And it's stuff like that. It becomes a lot harder for teams to do that. And I mean, the rose skin bug is still in that game, and that's a bug from fucking when the game first came out.
I remember there's a bug where sometimes when you land the flare, the smoke thing.
Oh yeah,
can still be firing off your ankle. So you literally just scream where you are to the entire map. It's like that sort of thing is especially when Battle Royales, there is a lot of there is very much a person who shoots first will probably get the win.
Yeah.
Having a bug like that where you can't hide is kind of a problem that really should be fixed. Because I remember watching someone where it happened to them, to one of their teammates, and it was just literally within minutes they were just swarmed. There was 4 teams on. It was just ridiculous, and they couldn't break contact.
Yeah,
they would chase for a good 5-10 minutes, and it was literally the bug was the thing that was. Everyone just oh, where they gone? Oh, they're gone that way.
So yeah, That's nice. It's nice to know that.
Yeah, but it is refreshing for a.
They have announced.
game
They
industry.
did also confirm that a new Warzone is in development, and to go alongside the new Modern Warfare game that's going to be coming out.
Yeah, because it's going to come onto it. They're getting a new game engine.
Yeah, it's going to be
whether or not
engine.
it's the meh update from the last one that they did.
It's going to be. I think it's just going to be
meh.
It's going to be.
It's not going to be the jump that people want, basically.
Call of Duty is always going. I think Call of Duty now is just one of those games that it's like WrestleMania. It's always going to be there. It's going to happen every year. It doesn't matter how bad it is or how good it is. It's always going to be at the end of every year. We're going to get a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And
a certain group of people will lose their shits over it, which is
right. Yeah, it's either going to be up there or down here.
Yeah, no middle ground.
No middle ground.
Not allowed.
But anyway, moving on to good stuff now. Moving on to the good stuff. I want to talk about this because this is a game that I want, but my PC will die if I try to play it. Lost Ark has become the second most played game in Steam history after just 24 hours, which is really cool.
I mean, free to play
it's
Diablo.
It's a free to play game.
Yeah, which is MMO multiplayer. Diablo-esque type combat, and is a finished game because it's been out in Korea for good 3 years? 2-3 years. So it's a fully developed game and it works shockingly enough. I mean, granted, if you can get in, the European scene at the moment is basically just Q Central.
Oh yeah. They've also made new servers.
They had to. It was just full. Europe was.
You couldn't get in.
Europe was pretty bad. There was a few American servers that were pretty bad as well. But if you were lucky and picked the right ones, you kind of only had to wait 5 minutes, if that. But Europe, I think they seem to only have one server, Amazon.
Yeah, that's Amazon for you.
Amazon's the publisher, aren't they?
Yeah, Amazon. It's why it's not come on to consoles. It's because
God damn it,
Amazon, because Amazon aren't doing anything for consoles.
Yeah, damn it! Why you do this to us?
It looks really cool though.
It does look really good.
I really want to give it a go.
I am tempted to have if I just lower the settings on it, put it on mine, will it melt my PC?
My PC will just frazzle and burn if I try.
Even on the lower settings.
Even on the lower settings. It's an old PC that.
It's a potato.
He's an old boy.
Oh, you've got your use out of it though.
Yeah, I've used it pretty much almost every day for 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's doing well. I am looking at Dino PC again
to get a new one. Not sponsored, by the way.
No, not sponsored. It is a Dino PC. That
yeah, I was about to say just that our PCs, we got ours from Dino PC. Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But if they want to sponsor us, by all means.
I will totally accept the sponsorship.
Yes, we would. We would gladly. We wouldn't even have to be paid that much. But anyway, yeah, I've looked at Lost Ark. The character designs are cool. The combat looks cool. It looks fun. Story's kind of interesting for an MMO.
Yeah, the story's the story.
Yeah, but the story's the story. But yeah, I'm happy that it's done well. And especially,
I mean, this past weekend, because it came out on the Friday.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Whether it has,
if you went on Twitch, there wasn't a streamer not playing Lost Ark. Lost Ark. There was a
lot of people.
It was just everywhere. It was just everywhere.
Yeah, there was a lot of people playing.
Which was nice to see. I think Asmongold reached his highest viewer count ever, which was 4 million, I think.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was very, very big. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy when a game does well and is well liked. Whether or not this has the lasting power, it feels like it does though.
There's a lot.
Because like we said, it's a 2-year-old game in South Korea. There's a lot of content in it already, and it's if you want to do a live service, this is what you've got to do now. This is what you have to do. You can't just release fucking Ghost Recon Breakpoint in a broken ass unfinished state, or friggin'
or Extraction with nothing to do.
Yeah, or
I would say Assassin's Creed Valhalla. because that's a live service. Let's be honest.
Or the Avengers.
Or the Avengers, yes.
Or even Battlefield 2042.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Which, speaking of Battlefield 2042, does anybody like the tactical beanie that came out?
Yes.
That by the way, you had to pay for.
Yes,
like you didn't.
That was what Battlefield 2042 was missing. A beanie.
A beanie.
I mean, not the game-breaking bugs, or the fact that there's no one playing it, or the fact that it's not balanced, or the fact that it was just ridiculously easy to abuse things, or the fact that it wasn't clearly play-tested correctly, or if it was play-tested correctly, the people who were doing the play-testing were just deliberately ignored. Or the very fact that you have spawn points in the middle of staircases. Clearly the most important thing was something to sell to the few people still playing the game.
Well, no, maybe the bots will buy something. Since they've got bots playing. But anyway, back to Lost Ark. Lost Ark, because Lost Ark has become quite successful, Amazon now have 2 hit games.
Holy shit.
New World, which unfortunately is dying at the moment. It's not doing well, so they really need to work on that. But, yeah, Lost Ark being in the Amazon Games umbrella.
Yeah. The difference being Amazon are just the publishers of this, not the producers.
Yes, but they can still add it to their...
Not the developers. Yes, they can add it to their... This is a game we released.
Yeah.
Yes. And is it a success? And yes, well done. Congratulations.
No,
you didn't fuck this up.
Here's what I take from this, is that, who knows, maybe, the developers for Amazon games will look at Lost Ark and go, well, maybe we can do, you know.
Next time we release something, actually have it complete and with enough content.
Yeah, and also make sure there's no, game-crashing bugs that people can exploit.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lost Ark, I really want to play it. I really, really want to play it.
You should look at the minimum specs and see if...
yeah, I might give it a go.
See if your minimum specs will do. Because it is just like an isometric... I mean, granted, that's a lot of flashy stuff that goes on.
Yes, there is a lot of flashy stuff. But anyway, moving on from Lost Ark to Capcom. Capcom have a countdown on a website again about something. Most likely, this is going to be. I think this is going to be the Resident Evil DLC.
Probably, yeah.
Because that's, I think, the next thing that's going. But there is rumours that there might be Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, the font is very Resident Evil-ish.
Maybe, but it's just a clock.
Yeah, it is just a clock, so I may be reading too much into it. But you know what I mean with the font they use for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
It seems very that.
Yes.
So
I do think, for me, I'm going off the same way. I'm saying it mainly because of the way the clock looks. I'm like, that kind of matches up the way Resident Evil, especially 7 and Village, did their writing.
We know one of the first DLCs coming out for Resident Evil is a sort of horde timer mode type thing. So again, we could be really into it. It could be a completely different game. It may not have anything to do with Street Fighter or Resident Evil.
It could have something to do with that game, Pragmata. Because we've only seen a reveal trailer for that. You know that one where the guy's in the space in the astronaut suit in Times Square and everything's floating.
Yes.
That game.
It could be that.
Well, that is Capcom.
Yeah.
And we've not seen anything of that since that trailer.
That's very true.
So maybe it's something to do with that.
Possibly.
Maybe it is Street Fighter 6. I doubt it. But because we know they're working on Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
But I think they've already just started.
I've got a feeling Street Fighter 6 is going to be a decent time away, at least over a year. So no, I thought a timer for an announce trailer. I think that would be just ridiculously stupid. So I think for something that we already know is officially that Capcom admit is in development.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Something that Capcom openly admit that we are working on this, because they're not openly admitting they're working on. We believe that they're working on Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
But like Capcom haven't come out and gone, yes, Street Fighter 6 is an official thing.
Yeah.
Because it's probably at the stage where it may not look like completely the same game. You know, like how Street Fighter 5 at start didn't look exactly like the game it did turn out to be. And the same with Street Fighter 4. And the same with Resident Evil 2. So...
You know, there's that. Go away. Go away, thank you. Bloody
so there's that.
I'm gonna go with, I'm thinking Resident Evil DLC.
Yeah.
Or the Pragmata game.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'm leaning a little bit more closer to Pragmata.
If it's not Resident Evil Village related, but still Resident Evil related, Outbreak. Because Outbreak had a timer.
It did. It did indeed. Oh, if it is Outbreak.
So the wild card guess, which will allow me to call that shit dance,
is Outbreak.
Is Outbreak.
Yeah.
We've been saying for a few months now, quite a few, probably half a year.
I think about a year now.
About a year. We've been saying to Capcom, look, we have the infrastructure now. You can actually give us an Outbreak game, an actual good one.
You give us Outbreak that actually works because the internet can handle it now. You know, Outbreak's a good game.
Do it.
You do it.
Do it.
Please. I beg of you. I beg of you. So yeah, okay. So Resident Evil Outbreak, Pragmata, or Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Is full games, or it's we're getting a look at Resident Evil DLC.
Yeah.
But
most likely the DLC.
Most likely the DLC. But my thing that goes against me is that the reveals for Resident Evil Village have been very different. They've all had that like castle-like look.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff.
I know.
So maybe not. That's what puts me off it. But I think favourably it is going to be. Yeah. I'm putting my chips on the DLC.
Yeah.
That's where I'm putting it. But I do have my doubt.
Like I say, the wild card is Outbreak because I want Outbreak.
Yes, I would love. Yeah, I would generally like a
Outbreak.
Please. Yeah.
Please.
Moving on. Okay, did you know there was a Nintendo Direct?
I mean, one, we watched it, and two, I saw all the fan art of Kirby.
Yes. Oh my God, the stuff for Kirby. But anyway, we'll go through that. What was announced and what we saw. A lot of the stuff that was announced is stuff that's kind of already out.
There's a lot of remakes and re-releases. There's not. I don't think there was a brand new announcement.
No, there was.
Of a brand new game that's never been out before.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one at the end.
Oh yes, the only one. Yes, the one at the end.
And technically, Kirby is a brand new game.
Yes, I know, but that had already been announced.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
So a lot of virtual releases.
There you go. That one as well. The first one. Because that's actually a game. It's not DLC.
Yes.
So the first announced was Fire Emblem Warriors Free Hopes, which is actually a game, not DLC. It's actually set after
Three Houses.
Three Houses. It's actually set after that game.
Oh, okay.
So, which I don't know how that's going to work unless they've basically said that because I think Three Houses has like 3 stories that you can go down.
There's like 3 endings,
so
depending on which side you pick.
Yeah. So is it going to say which one's canon? I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I actually really liked Fire Emblem Warriors, the first one that came out.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. So that's really cool. We got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. We got more of that. Basically, it got delayed. And because it got delayed, they've actually added in a load of new stuff.
Cool. More content.
There's I think create a battle mode.
Ooh.
There's actually going to be voice acting in it now, because originally it wasn't going to have voice acting. It was just going to be, but now there's voice acting. Cool. I think they've done a little bit more work on the actual character design and stuff like that. So they have actually done a lot of work on it over the delay. And that's going to be out on the 8th of April. Fire Emblem Warriors is going to be out on the 24th of June, which sucks because Comic-Con's out. I'm going to Comic-Con that day. Oh, anyway, No Man's Sky is getting released for the Switch.
Oh my God! That is a miracle.
That's more black magic.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be a graphical downgrade.
Oh, here we go. Another brand new game. Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oh, yes! I actually enjoyed Mario Strikers.
Yeah.
I was crap at it, but I enjoyed it.
It was alright. It was alright. I wouldn't mind giving it a go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly because the ones we had the Wii one, and the controls were a bit weird. It felt weird. Using the nunchuck and the one...
Yeah, because to pass the ball, you had to, like, move your hands.
Yeah, I know, but, like, even without that, it was very weird to use the controller.
You know what I want them to do? I want them to remaster, I think it was called Pandora's Tower.
Oh, that was on the Wii.
That was on the Wii.
Yes.
I want them to remaster that and release that. I think it was Pandora's. You had this, like, chain and you had to feed this princess demon hearts to keep her alive. And stuff like that. And it was really, really dark as fuck, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Right? I would love them to remake that. I don't know why I put that in there. I just did. Nothing. So after Battle Strikers, which actually... Not Battle Strikers, Mario Strikers Battle League, which showed off some of the new stuff that you could do.
Yeah.
With like the super shots, which all have this cinematic thing, and if you score with them, it's 2 goals, which I think is
bullshit.
Is a bit unfair.
Yeah.
But fine, okay, go for it.
I think that's been a staple for for Mario Strikers, though.
Basically, after that, we got Splatoon 3.
Ah, yeah, the Horde mode.
Where they showed off the revamped Horde mode, because that was introduced on in 2. Yeah. But this one's got like a Godzilla-like looking fish thing.
I mean, why not? It's Splatoon.
So it's Salmon Run. That's what it's called, Salmon Run. And then after that, we got the Front Mission remake.
Front Mission 1 and 2 are getting remade. I'm
yes.
like, as a person that has Front Mission 3 and actually goes back to it on my PS3 and plays it every now and then, I'm like, yes, please, give me. I like my onesies. Thank you very much. Give me more. I mean, granted, I get very disappointed that I can only have a 1 lance of 4 at any one time out in combat. I'm like, no, give me more. I want 40k. I want Warhammer 40k style. No, I want Gundam style mech combat, where it's like 100 on one side and 100 on the other, and then when that stops being fun, you got 1,000 on one side and 1,000 on the other, and it just keeps going. That's what I want. I want mass-produced fucking mobile suits. That's what I want.
So they announced Front Mission first remake, and that's apparently coming out in the summer. It's not a release date, but it's coming out in the future. And Front Mission 2 remake, we didn't actually see anything of, just a title, and that's just in the future.
In the future.
So most likely next year, if they're working on it now. But yeah, that.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's Squaresoft that does Front Mission, so it's like, which means that we might actually get Front Mission 1 and 2 out on the other consoles as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I say yes to that.
And we might get a Front Mission 3 remaster.
Yes, I say.
You never know.
I say yes to that as well. Totally.
After that, we got the Disney Speedstorm, which is the
karting game. Yes, that potentially is another actual new game. And it's free to play, so I'm shuddering at how badly monetized that's going to be, because it's Disney.
This is Disney. Speaking of Disney, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed is getting released onto the Switch as well.
Portable Unleashed.
It's not a bad
able to force throw stormtroopers off cliffs. What's not to like? Also, you know the meme of the Jedi that like just crashes a friggin' Star Destroyer. That's where this game that's where this came from.
Yeah.
Because you actually get
actually pulled down a
Star Destroyer. I mean,
God, that took so long.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was hard, and then it really. Well, actually, no. It actually should be that hard, because otherwise I'd be going, why the fuck didn't Yoda just take the entire Confederate fleet and just go, just throw it all together into a giant ball? Why didn't you do that?
I was actually watching with when we watched The Last Jedi. No, the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
When we were watching that, the bit like after Palpatine fires lightning into the sky.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, Ray, now just pull down the stars. just pull him down. Come on. If we're gonna go ham on this, we're gonna go ham.
Yeah.
All right, just do it. But anyway, so the Force Unleashed getting re-released is it's kind of cool.
Allows more people to play it, and I don't see that as a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad game.
No, I think we still have it.
It's okay. Yeah, I think we do. Somewhere
we still have it. Somewhere.
After that, the Ezio collection of Assassin's Creed is getting worked, and it's coming out on the 17th of February for the Switch.
You're probably very happy about that.
I'm not really fussed.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Despite the fact that...
Because I don't really want to... I don't want to play it on the Switch.
Do you not?
No.
I would have thought portable Ezio Auditore would have been up your alley.
Yeah, I know, but I don't trust Ubisoft to actually...
properly
port it.
Ah, that's very true. Well, is it Ubisoft that's actually porting it?
Probably.
Anyway, we'll find out. Your opinion may determine on who's doing it. Determine on whether or not you're actually excited for this.
Plus, I've already got the games like twice.
I know, but this means
I don't really need to get it a third time.
I know you don't need to, but this means that you don't have to be at home to play.
Yeah, I can. I can play Assassin's Creed on the train.
Exactly.
So after
and more importantly, the good Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah, the good ones.
Yeah, with Ezio Auditore.
Yeah, the only assassin everybody likes.
Yeah,
because everybody else kind of sucks. After that, SD Gundam Battle Alliance was announced, which is it's like a co-op horde game. I think it's with the little chibi.
With the little chibi Gundams, which I'm literally like, if that'd be actual proper Gundams, I'd be really, really, really into this. I don't know what it is with me. With the chibi Gundams.
The chibi ones, it's the eyes. It's the fact that they actually have eyes is what
I think it's a bit
weird. Puts me off.
It's a bit weird because, no, you're supposed to be just a giant mobile suit. It's supposed to be a guy inside you piloting.
I was watching the anime of one not long ago, and it's basically the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. They take on the Yellow Turban Army.
Oh, God.
And stuff like that. It's so random. And so weird. I'm just like,
at least the thing is that they embrace the fact, all this is weird, so let's just go with it.
I was just like, you know what? I'm down for this. I'm watching this.
It doesn't seem like it embraces the weirdness, though, the game. So I'm like, no.
After that, we got Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers.
Yes, a game that
a remaster.
A remaster, which has the original was never actually released in the West, I think.
I think it was released in America. It wasn't released in Europe.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't released in Europe because in the game industry, Europe gets fucking the shit end of the stick. It used to.
And then after that, we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land and the memes that were created.
Yes.
And the fan art that has been made ever since of seeing Kirby nearly a car and then drive it.
And then drive like a car.
Yeah, and a can machine,
and then fire out cans,
at enemies, and other things,
and a light bulb,
and other things. I'm really going to enjoy this Kirby game.
Yes,
I can see myself enjoying this Kirby game a lot.
He's just like, the thing is like I'm looking at it and going, look, everyone needs a Kirby game in their life because Kirby games, yes, they're not hard. But they're not supposed to be. They're basically your little kid's first platformer. Very easygoing, very forgiving, but fun.
Even if the lore of the Kirby games is dark as fuck.
Yes, but the little things don't understand the lore until they get older, and then they understand the lore and go, oh my god. Yeah. I used to think he was just this cute little fluff ball that ate things.
Yeah. No, turns out he's the most destructive thing in the universe.
He's the most destructive force in the entire galaxy. Yeah. His name is Kirby. And he just eats things. Mm-hmm. That's what he does.
So after that, we had MLB The Show 22, which is the baseball game. So that's coming to Switch. Yeah. So for any fans of the show...
Out of all of the sports licenses, I think it's EA that does. MLB apparently is still actually one of the good ones.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Actually, I think they've actually added like a... It might not be in the Switch version, but they've added like a creator stadium, a proper like a in-depth stadium creator. Not just like pick a stand. It's like no, pick a stand, pick a second tier, move that second tier to wherever you want it, pick a third tier. Like holy fucking, it's like why?
Why can't you do that in FIFA?
Yeah. literally using the same game engine. Why can you not do this?
Why can't you have a house appear in the middle of your pitch?
Like, they also have, like, a proper in-depth career mode, and, like
yeah.
the stuff that, like, even on just a presentation level, apparently MLB The Show just destroys everything else. It destroys FIFA, it destroys Madden, it's like, how the... I mean, yes,
well,
okay,
let's be honest.
baseball baseball... I wouldn't imagine baseball being that taxing on hardware, per se. However, it's not like the models in FIFA have gotten ridiculously more realistic over the last generation. Or like the crowds have gotten super realistic and all that sort of stuff. It's like that. There's still the same 10 fucking people. You know, you've just learned you've just hid them better.
Yeah. After that, we had Kingdom Hearts Interim Masterpiece for Cloud. So basically, I think it's 1. No, it's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1.5,
2.5, 2.8,
2.8, and 3.
But it's all on the cloud, so you can only download it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all on the cloud.
And I can understand why, because I really can't see that game fitting on a chip.
No.
All 3 of them. Oh. But yeah, that's cool. I love myself some Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. I
still need to play 3. I haven't played 3. What is wrong with me?
It hasn't got Halloween Town, hence the reason why you haven't played 3.
Yeah, that's true. So moving on from that, we had the I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Klonoa Fantasy. That's the weird cat with the ears.
Yeah.
Platformer game. That's getting remastered.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Klonoa.
Yeah, I know the one you want about. Yeah. Basically, the cat with the ears, and it's a platform.
It's got like a.
It's an old PS1 game.
I think the first one was PS1. Yeah. I think the second one was PS2.
Yeah. So yeah, again, because like I said, the PS1 and the PS2 that many generations ago, I don't mind a remaster of those coming out because like that's 10, 20 years ago. There are people who have been born after that haven't played those games. So that give more people the opportunity to play those games. I personally wholeheartally approve.
After that, we got Portal Companion Collection, which is Portal 1 and 2.
Yes.
Coming to Switch
somehow,
which is cool.
It is very cool. I'm wondering how the Switch plays it.
Well, I think Portal 1, I think the Switch will be able to handle it quite well.
Yeah.
Portal 2
with the what was the engine they had?
It's whatever engine they're using now.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Yeah, I know, but the engine they're using now is a very, very heavily modded one.
Oh yeah.
What was it called? It was the massive physics engine that they had.
Yeah.
That they used. Anyway.
But
yeah, look. Portable Portal 2.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to say that when you're drunk?
Yeah. What's not to like?
I know. What's not to like to have a little portable GLaDOS with you? Just
as a potato.
As a potato, berating you.
Yeah. All the time.
All the time for how ineffective and how inefficient you are.
Yeah.
Glorious.
After that was Live Alive, which is a RPG that was released in Japan. Only a very long time ago.
And is getting
and is now it's been remastered and actually is getting released over in the West.
Yay.
It's one of those. It's got different characters and it's different set.
Very Octopath Traveler.
Yeah,
it is very Octopath Traveler, but obviously this came out before Octopath Traveler. So
it's got different timelines and different stories in them. So yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
All right. After that, we got Nintendo Switch Sports, and I actually can't remember anything that was shown on that.
There was the bit with the volleyball.
No.
Yeah, it was the.
No, I'm just saying. I have no idea. I can't remember.
You blanked out.
I blanked out. Then we had Taiko no Tatsujin. That's the drum.
Yeah,
drum
sequel to the drum.
Thing.
Yes.
That's that. So that's coming.
Yeah.
When it's got like
4-player
co-op, where you're all doing different drum stuff, and I think it's got some anime music in there, because I'm pretty sure it said it had garage.
Yeah. It's, in one sense it's cool, but in another sense it's like, you can't stream that or record that, because that'll instantly get hit by the building bats.
Yeah, there's
Content ID, swag.
And then we got more on Triangle Strategy. We also got a release date, which is the 4th of March.
Sweet.
So it's not too.
I need to power up my Switch and do stuff on it.
Get it sorted.
Yeah.
After that, we got the Cuphead, which we knew was coming because it's on it. Cuphead's on everything now.
Yeah.
So we knew that was coming. Earthbound.
Yeah, they're releasing Earthbound.
Or Mother 1 is getting released on the Switch Online. You can get it now on Switch Online.
Yeah.
So you have to buy the thing to get it, but that's pretty cool, because Earthbound is pretty cool. And also Earthbound Beginning, which I think is a new game which is set before Earthbound.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. Zombie Army 4 Dead War is coming out on Switch as well. Getsu Fumaden Undying Moon. I can't remember that for the life of me.
Yeah,
the ones we're going through now, they were all kind of like whizzed through.
Yeah, they were all whizzed through.
The Demon Slayer game, the fighting game that came out, that's also now coming to. I would pronounce the whole thing, but I'm not pronouncing that. That's just silly.
There's a lot of
that's a long title. Yeah,
a lot of syllables.
Lego Bros, which is basically a Lego version of Smash Bros. That's coming out in June. 2 Point Campus is also coming out but that's coming out in May, and that's I think for everything.
Yeah.
That's coming out for. And then they showed off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, which is coming out in the 18th of March. Now, if I remember correctly, they said if you've got the online thing, you get it for free.
Yeah, but caveat, we not sure if we're correct.
Yeah.
So.
But you can still buy it separately.
Yeah. And it's basically them going, there's not a Mario Kart 9 anytime soon.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of tracks coming out. There's a lot of tracks.
The thing is, Mario Kart 8, it's doing fine. It's keeping its player base quite high up. You don't really need a new Mario Kart at the moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
I can't really see them doing...
I think a lot of people were asking for a Mario Kart 9, but I think the demand was basically for, can we have more tracks? We want to see new things, and they're going to be getting that with this. Yeah. So,
and I think because Nintendo have always, at the moment, what they're doing, they've only been releasing a sequel in the sense of what can we do that's new?
Yeah.
They're not releasing. This game's done really well. They're not doing a Call of Duty of
the only thing I could think of with Mario Kart is basically what Sonic did with their multi-changing
cars.
So there was a jet part and an underwater part, and but again, it's very
kind of like that.
The only difference is the only thing is that the underwater thing is basically just on the ground.
Yeah.
And the flying is basically just gliding. But then again, if they decide to do into proper swimming and proper, actually Sonic is mostly speedboat.
Yeah.
So if they decide to do that, then they're just copying Sonic. I mean, granted, I would rather have Sonic do that again instead of doing the team one they did. Why did you do that?
Because it's Sega.
That is very true, but still, why did you do that?
I don't think we need an Mario Kart 9 right now.
I don't think there is.
Not unless they can think of something that
look. The one kart game we need is Mod Nation Racer. That's what we need. Okay, that is what we need. We need Mod Nation Racer, and we refuse to believe anyone that says we don't.
I did like Mod Nation Racer.
Mod Nation Racer is fun as hell. I enjoyed making tracks as much as actually playing them. It was great. Making little shortcuts so that you can cheat.
Yes.
To be honest, the ideal is to make a shortcut with little hints.
Yeah.
So that people can actually figure it out.
Mine was I put signs.
Yeah.
On the track.
Yeah.
So with an arrow pointing towards a wall that's not actually a wall.
Yeah.
So you can just drive through it, sort of thing.
Well, it was looked like it was, but if if you power slided correctly, you
Yeah.
actually get through a little gap
Yeah.
that was there. And it was a
That
shortcut.
was how I did my
Yeah.
tracks and shortcuts.
Yeah. I did that every once in a while with like I think there was one where there was a shortcut where it's like literally you had to like slow down to chicane through something and then go through, but it took out like half the lap. The thing I really wanted to do and I couldn't because of the way that like you couldn't put anything on the start finish straight.
Yeah.
I wanted to do like the motocross, not the motocross, but the driving of champions where it's like they're both where it's basically like. One is on one side, which starts off a little shorter, but it ends up on the other side on the longer bit, and you do even laps, and then everyone would end up doing the same distance. I wanted to do that, but there was no way to do it, which is a bit of a shame. But
Oh well.
oh well.
Oh well. And then they ended off with the big reveal of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went a bit giddy.
Yes.
For a second. I was like, ooh! The minute I saw the art style, I was like, Xenoblade.
Yeah, I saw the characters. I was like, that's Xenoblade character models.
I was like, this is Xenoblade, and then they started talking, and I was like, yes, because Xenoblade's voice acting, especially in the English, it's like everybody has the worst Cockney accent you can possibly imagine. It's like everybody decided to go to the Dick Van Dyke school of
Have you finished 2?
Yes, I finished 2.
Did you get all the weapons? Or
I didn't
all
get-
the waifus?
I didn't get... No, yeah, I think you do, because you get all by the story, unless there's a secret one.
I think the
I don't
secret
know.
ones.
Oh, well, no, I didn't then. But, yeah, I really enjoyed Xenoblade 2. I need to get Xenoblade 1. I need to get that.
That's the one with the mech, isn't it?
No. That's Xenoblade Chronicles X. Is the
Oh.
one with the mechs. Which, if I'm honest, I actually thought that was what was going to be revealed.
Xenoblade 1 was 2X.
No. I thought we were going to get like a port
X. Oh yeah. But no.
over. But
No.
no, I got something better, I got
Xenoblade
Xenoblade
Chronicles 3.
which looks great. It looks fun. I wonder what it's going to be because Xenoblade 1 didn't have the waifu weapons
Yes.
like Xenoblade 2 does. So I wonder what they're going to do with this one. Is it going to be something to do with music? Because they all seem to be playing
Yeah,
instruments.
there's a lot of emphasis on music, on flute.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you don't push that so much in your reveal trailer without it
And they had
being a thing
Yeah.
in the game.
They had a cat girl that came out of nowhere. Or at least I think she's a cat girl. Either that or she's done her hair up to be like cat ears. But they're there. I saw them. I was like, that's a cat girl. What's going on here? The mascot for Xenoblade was also still in there. The weird little pudgy thing with floppy ears. Which, now that I think about it, someone who was working on Star Wars, like, you know the little things that Chewie was going to eat?
Yes.
I can't remember what the fucking name was.
Yeah, I know the thing you're about.
The cute, adorable things.
Yes.
Yeah, so they clearly played Xenoblade.
Yeah.
And then just went, well, if we take the ears off and make the eyes bigger.
Here's the thing, right? That is something I'm really surprised that Disney didn't catch on really quickly. Like,
Well, no.
they
here's the
did sell like little plushies of those, but there was those like at the end of The Last Jedi, that crystalline fur animal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't sell anything for those because literally the internet went, "Oh, look at those! Look how cute they are!" I mean, they look gorgeous.
Yes.
I'll be honest.
I think the problem would be is for them to actually really make money out of them, they'd have to spend a fair bit of money on making them.
That is
Because to
very
make
true.
them look good,
to make
especially
them
those
look
things.
to make them look like that.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of money. You're looking at like glass.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. But anyway, yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm very happy.
Why not?
I'm very, very happy about this.
Yes.
I'm so happy that I might actually just buy Xenoblade Chronicles and put it on my
Switch.
Switch to play.
Either that or to restart Xenoblade.
Or just
Chronicles 2.
restart Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, it looks good.
Why not?
I can't remember. Did it say when it was going to get released? Or was it just a reveal trailer?
I think it was just a reveal trailer. I don't think it had an actual date.
Oh, September 2022.
Oh, September. Actually not that far away now.
No.
Holy shit. Whew.
Bloody hell. Nintendo. Fucking working, aren't you? Jesus Christ. Is there anything else? No.
I don't think there was anything else.
We had a cinematic trailer for Horizon, because that's out in about a week. That looks it looks like Horizon, which just looks beautiful.
It looks really good. Gorilla, definitely. I can't see them dropping the ball on this one. It looks really good. It looks like they've took what's made the first one really good and ran with it and refined it. And there's a lot more interest. There's more variation on the robot animals.
I'm not gonna lie. I am now just generally waiting for the God of War trailer.
Yes, Ragnarok.
The what do they call it? State of play.
Yeah, the state of play. The God of War state of play is going to be a thing.
That's the only thing I'm waiting for now.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Who
which
else?
actually reminds me, we do have a state of play coming.
Yes. Who else in Norse mythology wise? I wonder if we're going to face Fenrir.
Oh yeah, we'll probably fight Fenrir.
I don't think you face the wolf
No.
in the first one. I know you face the snake, which I can't remember his name.
Well, no, you don't. You don't fight the snake. The snake helps you.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I know, but he's in. What I mean is, he's in it.
Yeah, the snake's in it.
We've dealt with the Valkyries.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else is going to show up in?
Well, we've still got the other gods because really we only really saw 2, I think. Balder and his mother, which was what's her name? What's her name? I should know this shit because I read this shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah, I think it's Venya.
Venya.
Something like that. No. I'll
look
it up. I'll look it up and I'll be like,
there's Thor, Baldur, and
then we hear about Thor. We never see him until right at the very end, and even then, all we see is his hand and his hammer. You don't actually see Thor.
Right. Because I haven't played the God of War, so I really need to.
Well, it's up there. You can borrow it.
I know. I could also install it on my PS5 as well. For the PlayStation Plus thing.
Yeah. It's really good. You're the only thing with Thor is you just hear about the things that he's done. Where you're like, wow, this guy's a dick.
I suppose there's the frost giant. There's the giants.
Again, I don't think you actually meet any of the giants.
I know you don't. I know you don't meet any of the giants. And they are mentioned because
Kratos' wife was a giant.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I have questions, but that's fine. But anyway, we're getting off track. We'll end it there with speculation about God of War, even though I don't know how we got into that. But it's fine.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Forbidden West even.
Yes. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. If there's anything that you're looking forward to from the Nintendo Direct, if you've been playing Lost Ark or anything like that, or have anything that we've been talking about, please leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
Usual stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.